Hello and welcome back to the finale of the casual seed for the first week of September 2024. And we don't have a whole lot left to do here. So let's just hop right on into it. I'm going to start out here just to get the health from this. Double check that because I forgot where exactly I was. Okay, those are both that. Great. Just gotta get my bearings here for a second. It has been a few days. Well, it's been a couple of days since I last played this. So we're off to the Ice Palace. No, no, not the lettuce, not the lettuce. Okay, there we go. So yeah, we are off to the Ice Palace, which we need to finish off. And hopefully we're gonna find our ice rod there. If not, I think the plan is just go up to Turtle Rock and hope that it's there. And go from there. Hopefully we can just go do Turtle Rock and then we're on to the end of things. Because Turtle Rock and Ice Palace are the only dungeons left that we need to do. So we're just going to hop into them. Don't need to actually fight anything here. But I do need to check all of the chests here stuff and such still. And I need to remember kind of... I think I remember what I've done. So we're gonna cycle around, just try and hit everything. Over here. A few quality of life things that I would love to find, so we'll see if we get them. It would be good to get the tempered sword at least. I don't... I really don't want to do cannon with just the master sword. In fact, a lot of bosses are gonna be a little trickier with just the master sword. So I'm hoping to somewhere along here find tempered, but we really need that ice rod. Right. So we're gonna see where that ends up being. I'll take that heart. That one too. All right, and I think. Oh no, I have all the bombs I'm gonna get. Let's try and clear out some of these enemies. Okay, let's just get ourselves out of here before we take too much damage. Bombs are there. Okay. There we are. And we're good. Okay. It is funny, I think, sometimes what kind of enemies can actually be just like straight up hurt and killed by the hook shot. I want to come in back here. So if I do this, I can drop down here and go into here. This is where the rest of the chests are in this dungeon. Which, if I was a little bit more in practice, I would have remembered that I probably wanted to go this route instead of the one I took. Because the route I took originally just took me straight to the boss, which is fine if you're in like go mode, but I'm not in go mode. Not even close to being in go mode. So I need to actually check all the rest of the chests in here, which means that I actually need to come and... Oh boy. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I don't care. I think I do need to, yeah. Do that, do that. Again, don't care about those guys. So you come up here and get the last. Get this chest up here. RP. I think that's 2 items from this dungeon so far. Where am I at? I forget if I actually found anything useful earlier, or if it was just like compass, big. Wait, how many chests did I get? I think there's only 2 that I've gotten so far. So 3 now. Okay. All right. Yeah. Oh. So I'm thinking there is a room in here, and I'm going to have to remember how to get to it. How do I get to it? It's not that way. So I'm basically trying to remember how do I get to the. No, it's not this way either. It's a room called the iced tea room. It's a T-shaped room in this dungeon. I'm trying to think of how I actually get to it from where I'm at. Oh, that was lame. Ah, I hate these things. Oh, I can't. Okay. This goes back to that whole like little out of practice. This seed would have gone so much faster if I actually remembered how to get where I need to go. Or where I want to be. Do I just want to take I know where this goes. It goes right here. Think I know how to get to the last chest from here. The other thing you get with randomizers is you end up doing things so out of order. You sort of forget how to get places. Wait, that should be. Oh, did I forget to? Oh, shoot. That's all right. We'll figure it out. Oh no, yeah. Uh, yeah, I think of all the maps, Ice Palace and Misery Mire are the 2 I really don't know all that well. And that's not terribly surprising. They're probably the 2 dungeons you want to avoid the most, and they're late game dungeons, so they have a decent chance that like you just won't have to go into them. And they're also pretty complicated dungeons. Yeah, this is Ice Tea Room. Oh, can of Burna. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. So no, there's. Trying to think where I want to go right now. We still just go down here. I have to try and remember how to flip the switch on that. Yeah, because I screwed up. Um, there must be a. Um. Gosh, I hate those appy things. Okay, so there's not a key on anything there, so I've missed a key somewhere here. All right. Oh shoot, back into this room. See, I wouldn't be having this problem if I hadn't forgotten. Oh, the boss must have the key. Oh, shoot. Yeah. Oh. Oh gosh. That's actually okay. I'm gonna take that death warp because I need to go back and actually flip the switches correctly so I don't run into that problem. That was entirely caused by me forgetting how to navigate through this dungeon. I say it's a really convoluted dungeon to get through, and then with a randomizer, you sometimes end up doing it in a different order from normal, so it gets even more confusing because you're trying to yeah. The other thing about Ice Palace and Misery Mire is since they are usually such late game dungeons in a run, oftentimes you're in go mode, so it's just you go straight to the boss, right? You're not trying to hunt down all the different chests because you don't need anything that's in any of them right now. Well, unfortunately, right now I'm in a position where I kind of do need the things that are in the chests, so I need to navigate through the dungeons and pick up all the things in the chests, and it's just not something I'm used to doing. So I don't have as much practice doing that. Whereas earlier dungeons are a lot simpler and also dungeons that you're going to probably end up full clearing. And I guess it's not too curious as to why it's one you wouldn't want to full clear very often. I mean, the reality is it's kind of a real pain of a dungeon to navigate through. So if you can go mode it, you're just going to go mode it. You're not going to go around and try and pick up all those different chests. I think that's good. Yeah, there we are. Ooh, that's good because that was my last bomb. Oh, that's scary. That would have been really bad if I had to leave to go get bombs. I'm already having a bad enough time with this seed. Again, this has actually been a really good seed. I think a lot of people would probably do it in under 2 hours or 2 hours. And if I was a little more in practice, I probably would have done it in 2 hours and maybe a little bit of change. But as it is, I've been so kind of out of practice. So hopefully in the coming weeks, I just get a lot faster at these as I kind of remember where things are and just be more consistent with bosses and things like that. But for now, uh, what was I saying? Yeah. For now, I'll just be a little out of practice on things and look really really bad. It's we'll get there. Okay. I want to use this real quick because it's quick use of magic to just absolutely destroy the eye or the whoop. Can't change. I actually want to get to that potion real quick so I can. That was mostly just so I get my magic back for this. There we go. That was actually relatively easy. Yeah, key. Figured it had to be a key up there. Alright, Ice Palace is pretty easy. You know what? It took me 14 minutes to get through it. Would have been a lot quicker if I remembered where everything was and how to get there. But generally not too bad. Have to save and quit. Because... ooh, game sound's not been running. I know why. Give me a second. I'm back. Fix sound. Anyway, we need to go up the mountain now. This is sort of the... This is super risky. Because if the ice rod's not here... Let me think this through real quick. Alright, I'm going to do 2 other checks up here on Death Mountain before going all the way up there, or before going to Turtle Rock. There's 2 checks that I want to make. And if it isn't either of those for the ice rod, we'll just go into Turtle Rock and hope it's there. That could be the only thing that could really slow this down, is that. Because there are a few places left to check. With the items that we've got. But I'm going to check these places first. Because there's... So, the one thing that's been available for quite some time, and I've just avoided doing it, is the chain where you rescue the... what was I going to say? It's the chain where you rescue the one guy, the blacksmith, and then you go take the chest down south. And the other things are in that kind of area. And I haven't done those. Because it's kind of a long chain, and it's a little bit better if you have the mirror. Alright. So... Because then you can loop more checks in with it. But I don't have the mirror yet, so I've been kind of avoiding it till I at least get the mirror to make it a little more efficient. But we may just end up having to go and do that. Nope, we don't. That's our ice rod. That's perfect. That's everything we need. See, the can of burner sort of made me think that was a good chance, a good high chance of being needed. So I'm gonna go get a safety potion again. Hopefully, I probably don't need it. I'm really hoping that in Turtle Rock, I end up picking up a tempered sword. So I will be checking things. There's not a whole lot of chests that aren't on the critical path, but I will check some of them. So... The main chests that aren't on the critical path are going to be the... There's actually a lot of the chests in... Oh, jeez. I did that to myself again. Come on, dude, get out of the way. Okay, we're good. A lot of chests in Turtle Rock are just on the critical path. The only ones that are not is... what was I gonna say? Laser Bridge. Laser Bridge is the only ones that aren't on the critical path. So if it comes to it and I haven't gotten tempered there, I'll go hit Laser Bridge. Even though I'm really at a point where I don't probably need it, unless I need it for like a key or something. Which can happen. I think generally I don't need that. Oh, what's over there? A full heart container. Neat. Yeah, this looks like an interesting one. I'm not ever going to get the mirror, I think. I mean, I could end up picking up the mirror somewhere here, but I don't think I'll end up getting it. And that's okay. I don't need the mirror. So that's where that window's sitting, roughly. All right. Take that full restore on my magic. Which is why I wasn't too worried about it. I was like, I know there's a full restore up here, so. I don't think Turtle Rack's gonna be too bad. It usually isn't. Oh, quick big key. So that's the other thing is, in principle, I'm go mode. I'm still gonna check everything in here. There are a lot of checks in here, and again, I really don't want to do Ganon without tempered if I can avoid it. Trinex would be useful with tempered as well. So I'm gonna try and see if I can find tempered. I'm taking too much damage here. Nope. Don't need that anymore. I think there's a full refill of magic here. Yeah. So I haven't really found anything of use right now. I guess I need to get a key there anyway, didn't I? Ugh. My damage is pathetic. Okay. No. Alright, I think we're okay. Didn't take... it took a fair amount of damage. Those things hurt. Even with red mail, they hurt. Yeah, we'll take that for now. Trying to remember where I can find help in this dungeon. If I had magic powder, it'd be easy, but I don't have magic powder, so I'm trying to remember if I need anything else right now. So I'm going around. I think without tempered, I'm in real trouble. Oh, I think it's this one. Yeah, we are. Jeez. Oh, come on. Maybe I shouldn't be trying to get tempered. I should probably go mode this. My damage is so pathetic, though. Oh, and this thing just ran all the way over here, taking me through those things repeatedly. Oh, those anti-fairies. So predictable, and yet so devastating. Oh, boy. Yeah, I kind of wish I had the magic power. make the any fairies into real fairies. That'd be nice. That's all. Yeah, that's all taken already. All right, moving on. That was a waste of time. And a potion. Is there a... Wait, can I use, like, this to just kill these guys? Does that work? Does that work? Yeah, that works. Ooh, good. Ooh. Okay. That is handy. We're through. Mirror would be nice for Mimic Cave, but we can't do that, so moving on. These, I think we are just going to be going without tempered. Which is going to make for Ganon to be interesting. It's going to be long, is the main thing for Ganon. It's just going to be really long. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, that... Now you give me a fairy. I don't really need it now. Interesting. Get me out of here. Okay. There are ways to navigate through this room that don't suck. I think I ended up taking... Well, yeah, no, we're good. We're good. We're good. Need this for this button. And then... Oh, I'm trying to remember the way through. I think this. Is that right? Yeah! That's the least lost I've gotten there in a... Oof! Ow. I do need to come down here for a key. So, at least this is legitimate. Hey, tempered! Found that along the way. Well, rupees, that's useful. And there's that key. I'm going to do that to avoid getting shot. Okay. I think there's a full magic recharge. There's a full magic recharge. Alright, not gonna worry about it. So Trinex shouldn't be too bad here. Not huge on health, but we do have another potion available to us. So I think we're gonna be okay. I mean, Trinex is actually not hard. Whoop. Let's do that for safety. Yeah, Trinex is really not that hard. I actually struggled there more than I should have. I mean, the first half of the fight kind of showed you. Like, the ice part, I took no damage on. And here, I don't even need to do anything too fancy. Let's just hit him. Whoop! Come on, Trinex. Yeah. Trinex, it looks intimidating, but he's actually not that bad. All things considered, he's relatively easy to avoid. So... Alright, that's go mode, for sure. I mean, I've been in go mode for a while, but... So I can click go. But yeah, that's Turtle Rock finished off. Wouldn't mind a potion, but I don't think I'll need it here. Like, I've got enough health and everything. Like, not a lot of health, to be honest, either. But we should be okay here. I'd rather just get in here, try and get through here without going and grabbing potions. But now the question is, how many chests do I have to open up to get a key? I'm gonna guess 4 because I'm always gonna guess 4. It is probably going to take more than that. We'll come over. Oh shoot! I don't. The moment when I remember that I don't have the. Oh, more money. I don't have the mirror, so I can't even when I get the key, I can't do anything with it quickly. Oh boy. Yeah, it's such a weird thing is to come in here and not have mirror. Don't really need bombs. I guess that's number 3. There's a key here. Yeah. Grab the keys on my way. That way, I have them if I need it. So I guess my next chest had better be the big key, or I am wrong with my guess of 4. Nope. Little key. Okay. Oop. I'm definitely flush on keys. I'm gonna need those anytime soon. Come in here. Is there a good way to do this? Yeah, there is. Just coming this way. Let me take a hit. That was still nothing. Is there a key in here? No, there's not. Okay. Knew I needed to do that. Is that close enough? Nope. That should be. Another key. I probably have more than enough keys at this point. Should really remember that. Oh, there's my mirror. All right. A little late. Don't really need it. Okay, I gotta remember to get this. I have definitely in the past forgotten to do this. It's a real pain in the butt because you can't come back after you go through that one teleporter. Man, we are going deep in here for that big key. There it is. I'll check the rest of these anyway. Oh yeah, that was worth checking. 2 more heart containers? Absolutely. But that is as far as we're going with that. I forgot what the count on the chest was either. So... Alright. Oh, shoot. That's right. There we go. Not too bad. We're doing alright on health still. Got him. Gotta play a little conservatively here. I'm hoping to not take too much damage in here. Oh, yeah, okay, we're good, we're good. Doing okay still. Right, you can come in at this from behind, right? Yeah. You have any of these? Ah, just get out of here. Oh, for frick's sake. Did I not hit the button? Did I actually not hit the button? Oh, jeez. Can't believe I didn't actually hit the button. Went down there, missed the button. Okay. No! I just wanted to get into that. Okay. Use the recharge room right here. We're okay. We're gonna be okay. Full recharge on that. This full magic recharge on here that I don't need. I think we're good on everything else. Alright. Shot is right here. I'm just gonna do the quick clear. I think everything from here on out's relatively easy. Should be anyway. So, I don't think I have too much to worry about. Especially if I do fast. This is sort of a free win on these rooms. A little bit slower than actually just like going at them with my sword, but I think, all things considered, not too bad. Granted, they're pretty easy to kill, so maybe not necessary. Oh, we're just doing this. I don't want to deal with it. It's an ice room. It's nasty. And I guess that's a free refill on. Okay, just need to be a little bit. Ah, easy peasy. Just be conscious of the thing firing danger at me. We're actually doing pretty good here. It's been a pretty clean climb. Ah, right. Forgot about this. It's been a pretty clean climb so far. What? Got him. That is probably the best I've ever done in that room. To be perfectly honest. Okay, this should be... Yeah, that's basically free. Big enemies, but you just run right through them. This is... a bit of a pain, but we're just gonna take it a little bit carefully. It should be okay. Oop. As long as we get through the door, we're good. Now, there's a particular order to do this in, and I have to remember... I think it's basically go down, down, and then side, side. Yeah! There we are. Easy as can be. I mean, I will check these for butter sword if I can, you know. Nope. Nothing of particular use. That's okay. I'm not going too far out of my way for things. Like, I'm not trying to... Nope, too far. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh, that's okay. That's not too much... too much damage. I don't even know why I'm... Ah. Well, honestly, I could have come out of that a little bit ahead. Moldorm time! Let's get pre-prep that. Alright, Moldorm. Easy peasy. Hit the validation chest. Honestly, this has been a pretty good climb through Ganon's tower. Like, I don't actually have any real complaints about this. We will do this to get past all of this nonsense. Because that room is just not great. Doesn't really matter what I have there. So I don't have any potions, but I shouldn't need any. I mean, this is Aghanim 2. Like, Aghanim 2 is free, right? It's just a fight of patience. Yeah. Oh, geez, that was easy. All right. Yeah, I think we're doing all right in time here too. So we'll make an attempt at Ganon. If it doesn't work, I'll go grab a couple of potions and then I'll definitely go through. But I don't think it's gonna be too bad. So I think it'll be a nice, chill finale. I mean, honestly, aside from a little bit of wandering around in Ice Palace, this has been pretty okay. Like, Turtle Rock was pretty clean. Ganon's Tower is definitely clean. I'm just gonna come down here real quick and refill my health. So I'm going at least full health. And full health, no potions, so I'll be at least a little careful. But I think ultimately we're gonna be okay. Just be careful and don't die. Grumble, 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 grumble. Seriously, you were supposed to bring food. Sorry, I didn't get the message. Next time you want me to bring food, you should probably make that clear, Ganon. So I absolutely would have. I'll try and bring the butter sword next time. That's food, right? That was dumb. I can't believe I ran into those. Oh no. Nope, nope, nope. Come on. Be better. Oh man, my damage is kind of crap. Oh no. Oh no. I think I'm just getting thrown off by not having Butter Sword, which has a lot more range. Alright, potion time. Yeah, actually, I think the last time I did this, I had Butter Sword, so it was a little bit easier. And that was because it was a vanilla run. Oh, right. We have mirror now. Where do I need to be to mirror? Okay. Here we do. Think. Alright. Grab 2 blue potions, and we should be good. Oh, 3? Wait, when did I pick up a 3rd bottle? I had a blue potion all along. Oh well. That's okay. I don't even remember picking that up. So, whoever noticed that, kudos to you. Oop, should probably get my health restored while I'm here too. Thank you. Now, all in all, not bad. I think I'm coming in at a little over 3 hours is where this is ultimately going to end. Actually, I think that's okay. So most of these videos have been about an hour, I seem to recall. Alright. I guess we'll put that on in case I need it. But, yep. Again, sorry, I don't have any food for you, buddy. Woo! Oh, I have to clear out really far here. Get a lot of hits in here. Oh, jeez. Oh, come on, man. You gotta go to those corners where I really, really can't get very close to hit you. Okay, good. We're done with that part of the fight. I think the rest of this should be basically free. Well, it's not entirely free. I have to avoid falling. Woo! And remember to do that. Oh, did I not? Ah, shoot. These are all out of sync. I'm gonna wait. So that does our back in sync. Oh boy. Oh, that is not where you want to see him when you can't see him. That's it. He's done. That's over. And that is time. I believe. Well, once I'm through the door. Yeah. I think that was just a little over 3 hours, which is not bad at all. I mean, like, really experienced people will do it in like, B-Torp was here. Like, the most experienced people probably did that in, I would guess, hour 50 something. If I had done better with not having to dip back into dungeons repeatedly for bosses, which, again, skill issue, and not gotten lost in Mire and Ice Palace, I think probably 230 would have been pretty realistic. Maybe even less than that, to be honest. So this is actually a really nice seed, all things considered. I mean, you got a lot of good stuff early on, and usually that's a sign that you're going to get stuck by something later on, but that never really happened. You know, like, there was always a relatively clear path forward. I think the only really tricky things were use the boots to open up the one thing, which I think got you the gloves. Like, there was that. There was the using the big bomb to open up and get whatever. I forget what you got there. And then Spike Cave. That was the other one that was kind of tricky to kind of catch those three. But they were all kind of obvious from the seed. Dark Palace is the other one, but again, I called that one too. And honestly, like, if I hadn't done Eastern, if I had just gone straight to Dark Palace then, if I hadn't had to keep dipping into Ice Palace, because in principle I should have had that first time I went in there. I should have full cleared Ice Palace, no problem. So, like, those would have been big time saves. Misery Mire, not getting lost there would have been a big time save. And then the fact that a lot of the dungeons I ended up having to, like, fight the bosses twice. Especially ones that, like, I really shouldn't have. Like, Helmasaur was the one I really shouldn't have had the trouble that I had with Helmasaur. So, yeah, I don't know. But we'll see how future ones go. But other than that, like, this was, as I said, it was a pretty straightforward seed. There was never any spot where you really got stuck or anything. You did have one required pendant dungeon, but it was green pendant, so, and it was something like Pod, which is full of chests and relatively simple to get through, so it wasn't too bad. And even when you've got to Misery Mire, like, Misery Mire was relatively early in the seed, but ultimately Misery Mire is not that bad. Like, that boss fight's really quite easy to cheese. You just kind of hang out in the right hand corner and you just swing your sword. A boss will never attack you there and anything or that. So, yeah, it was a weird one in that, like, yeah, it was generous at the beginning because, like, you got all the stuff for Dark World right off the bat. You also had that bow. Lantern was really early too. Flute was really early. Even getting a sword was pretty early. And you got that blue mail right off the bat too. So it was, like, super generous at the start. And unlike most seeds that are like that, it never really, you know, stopped being that generous. Like, it was pretty clear where to go and things. So, yeah, those are I think my general thoughts on that. Not a bad seed at all. I don't think there was anything in there that was particularly unfair about it either. Let's say, you know, so. All in all, it was pretty fun, and I think a good start to getting back into this. Probably gonna try and do next week's seed as well, see how that one runs out. And hopefully after a few weeks of doing this, I'm gonna be a little more consistent with the bosses, and hopefully not get so lost in Misery Mire and Ice Palace. If I do keep getting lost in those, what I might do at some point later is I might just find ways of practicing those, so I can get better at, like, routing those two dungeons. Because I feel like everything else, I know how to route those. Like, I know where everything is. I know what leads to where. and some of that's because they're either like very linear. Like Turtle Rock is actually really linear. It does have that little loop where you're going through the little pipes and stuff, but other than that, Turtle Rock's like super linear. Like Eastern Palace it's small and it's really straightforward. You just kind of like there's only one path you can really follow until you get to the dark rooms and whatnot. It's like and it's like the first one you hit and like vanilla, and you kind of have to hit everything in there. So Eastern's pretty easy. Desert Palace doesn't really have much to it at all. Tower of Hera, again, it's another one that's just super linear. You just kind of keep going forward. There's not any side paths really to it or anything. Pod is a bit of a bigger dungeon, but it's kind of really, to me anyway, it's kind of broken up into little sections that are all kind of their own little loops. So they're really easy to kind of, to know each of the loops pretty well. Swamp Palace is just like, again, Swamp Palace is pretty, it's pretty straightforward. It's kind of linear off to the left for a bit. The only thing you really have to watch out for there is not like drowning the key, which requires you to like go back and reset the dungeon. That's always a bit of a pain. But if you don't like drown any keys, Swamp Palace, again, it's pretty straightforward. There's a couple of chests off to the sides at the tail end of the left side, but that's like the only thing that's there, and it's still on the main path. Skull Woods is, you've kind of got the first section, which is sort of like a big loop. And then everything else is just straight ahead, straightforward. You kind of have to remember that there's like one chest off the main path in the end. But again, it's another one where it's pretty easy to remember there's not a whole lot going on there. Thieves Town, again, is another one that's just, it's pretty linear. You do the kind of like the entrance loop, and then you kind of have another loop that you only have one way to go, so you can't really get lost there. But then you get Ice Palace and Misery Mire, and those are just all over the place. Like, you can get to the boss relatively easily, and it's so late that you're gonna usually be hitting it at... But yeah, they're just really convoluted dungeons. Like, Ice Palace has all that, like, go into this room to get to that room, to get to that room, to get to that room, which leads you right back to where you started, but now it gives you access to somewhere else. And it's just really loopy with a lot of... Like, even in a regular playthrough, it can be pretty easy to get lost in Ice Palace and Misery Mire. It's just really... A lot of stuff is just not on the main path, and the main path is pretty, like... Go over here, like Misery Mire especially is like go over here, then go over there, then go over there, then go over there, and then come back around to the beginning. And yeah, so yeah, in game it says it took me 2 hours and 55 minutes. In reality, it was a little bit more than that. I'll have to check. But honestly, my collection rate wasn't super high, which is pretty nice for me too. Sometimes I end up just like full clearing things, and I think I did a pretty good job of not going and getting things just because I could. I did a good job of prioritizing dungeons. I think Eastern was probably the biggest. Shouldn't have done that. But outside of that, but even Eastern, like, at least it was a dungeon, so. And I did a good job of resisting doing the chain with the blacksmith chain. I'm pretty happy with myself for not doing that. Because that's what I think I just eventually just fall for that every time. It's like, it's there, I'm missing some items, let's go do that real quick, instead of just like, just go into a dungeon. And in this case, going into the dungeons was relatively the right call almost every time. Even though like Ice Rod wasn't in Ice Palace or anything, it was still like, oh, I got an item that sort of points me to a new place. Let's go check that. And sure enough, that was Ice Rod. So, it did a good job of directing you to where you needed to go next. So yeah, anyway, those are my just general thoughts. I'll see you later. Whenever I put the next one up for the week 2 casual seed. Later.